Every time we mention Division 3, a lot of people often wondered why didn't Ubisoft just invest in making Division 2 better? Why are they just willing to move on too quickly from this game? And yes, we have validated one of the reasons being the hype surrounding the next generation of consoles, but one thing most people haven't looked at is the initial sales numbers versus the year 2 and the year 3 sales numbers for these games. In 2016, when Division 1 released, it sold over 20 million copies, making over $1.2 billion in sales, assuming that every game was sold at $60 a piece. And over the years, it only managed to make a tiny fraction of the amount in DLC and microtransactions revenue. The difference was night and day. It showcased one of Ubisoft's major problems and flaws, which is maintaining a live service game. In 2019, Division 2 sold a little bit over 10 million copies, making around $600 to $700 million in sales. And so far, based on earnings report and player numbers gathered from multiple sources, including Ubisoft's own earnings call, it was revealed once again that the game's year-to-year revenue pales in comparison to the year 1 sales price or the year 1's revenue. One of the reasons being lack of activities, events, and of course there aren't enough store items to encourage in-game purchases either. Lack of activities also means lower playtimes, which means you're not going to see many people spending more hours playing these games. Ubisoft's live service games have a very bad reputation and bad retention problem. They know it, and that is why they're capitalizing on initial sales until they find their next golden goose that can make them around $500 million a year, the way Rainbow Six Siege does every single year. Can you believe that game makes over $500 million every year since 2015? Yeah, that is crazy. So how does this connect to Division 3? Well, for starters, Ubisoft already announced that they plan to completely do away with physical copies by 2025. This means that they can cut production costs, and they also plan to capitalize on the next generation prices that starts around the base of $70 US. In this new generation, their finance department is estimating a little bit more than 9 million copies that they expect to be sold when it comes to Division 3. This estimate is low because their sequels haven't been doing well, but they are still guaranteed to make a lot of money, and they already started marking down prices just a few months after releases for some of the sequels. Now, one of the good things for Ubisoft in this is that a Division 3 release will net them more than $700 million in year 1 sales, and because they are cutting production cost, they will also be gaining higher profit percentage compared to the previous installments. Though the units sold will still be lower than their previous titles like Division 1, but then you can also expect Division 3 to be loaded with many ways to spend your money, and this is part of that MMORPG design that I talked about in a previous video. And with the success of games such as Genshin Impact, Ubisoft is definitely looking at ways to incorporate some of the strategies in their future titles. Years ago, they patented an idea where you can earn resources by playing a mobile version of the game that you love, and I will not be surprised to see something like that in the Division franchise. Maybe a companion/mobile version of Division games, and this will likely come out with the Division 3. This next generation will also give several publishers many ways to justify the price tag on a lot of things, and for that alone, sequels will give them a great opportunity to hit the reset button on any franchise that they have messed up on or that they have lost faith of the community on. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. Do you think this problem will continue to go on until Ubisoft actually goes to the root of the problem, which is maybe their developers or the developing time? Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.